Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your boy CJ from the Zone 18 podcast, where we talk about music, we talk about bitches, we talk about hoes, we talk we talk about wrestling, we talk about everything. You know what I mean? All right, I got my panel on here today with me. I got my man Ahmad right there. What's going on, Ahmad?
What up, what up, what up? Shout out to Detroit yesterday for that big win. Also, hashtag strong bitches because we always come out with that motherfucker because, you know, them strong bitches be everywhere, but that's it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just saying. And then we got my girl Rain right here from the Level Up podcast.
Thank you. Hey guys, hey, I'm Rainy Days from the Level Podcast. That's 2 strikes today, but it's because you got the wrong logo. I'm Rainy Days from the Level Podcast. That's the LVL Pod on YouTube. Make sure you guys follow us. We're a channel that brings everybody together. We do geek, we do pop culture, we do sports, and we're about to start a gaming level. So check us out. You know, we
Hey, I
around.
respect it. I respect it. Also, big shout out to all the anime community out there because, you know, we got to stay up.
We gotta stay up.
All right, y'all.
We gotta stay up. Black
Y'all
nerds,
made
you
it.
like?
Oh shit! All
I might have
right,
to talk to
so
Amar because I got an anime level
Hey,
coming
I'm
up.
here for it. Just let
So
me know.
you
I'm here.
know, we can. I will. I'll tell you details after this. Got it.
got you. And then we want to shout out our sponsor, Ice Mountain. Gotta stay with your Ice Mountain, man. When you dehydrated, you drunk, or you just need some fresh water, you got Ice Mountain. Let me take a sip.
Take the sip.
Shout out Ice Mountain.
Refreshing shit. You know what I mean? All right. Also, people, reminder, if you follow us on TikTok, once we get to 1,000 followers, we will be giving away a Zone 18 t-shirt right here that you see on the screen. That Zone 18 t-shirt comes in multiple sizes, small, XL, 3X, 4X. I can even do a 5X in the Zone 18 t-shirt. But make sure you guys subscribe and you follow our page. So, everybody, we know what we're here to talk about today. You know what I mean? Monday Night Football.
Let's go.
So you had the Baltimore Ravens against the Detroit Lions. I'm just gonna sit back and I'm gonna let Ahmad talk.
Let's go. Y'all niggas thought we was about to lose this game against the Baltimore Ravens because y'all got Lamar Jackson, y'all got Derrick Henry, y'all got Zay Flowers in that field. But only thing y'all didn't do was be able to bring y'all fucking defense out that game because Sonic and Knuckles ran up and down the field on y'all. Amon-Ra St. Brown, in his own words, after he made his touchdown catch, came out and said, I do this shit. I run this shit. And that's the best example I can say right there is he did run that shit the way he was catching that ball out there, those flea flickers and everything like that. But big shout out to the Baltimore Ravens because they did come to play in that fucking game. I'm not going to take anything away from them. Them motherfuckers was going crazy out there too. Especially Mark Andrews. Shout out to him because he helped me with my fantasy league game. So shout out to him. Lamar was still doing Lamar things. But Derrick Henry, big dog, we don't have a talk about those goddamn fumbles because your ass was out there fumbling more than a Butterfingers commercial. It was getting wild. It was getting wicked. 3 fumbles in a game is absolutely insane. Just all week you keep fumbling the ball. You got to do something about that. But big shout out to the Baltimore Ravens because they did come out. They did come out to play. It was an exciting game. I loved it. That's what Monday Night Football is supposed to be about. But big shout out to the Big D out here. Pause. Because we out here running that shit. Had to pause.
So all I'm gonna say is Derrick Henry needs to talk to Ice Mountain. You know what I mean? Because he needs some water. You know what I mean?
I don't think we talk about that. My man needs some glue or something.
So go ahead, Ray. And he fell over himself. You know what I mean?
Like Dirk in that one video.
It was like a toddler
on the sideline. Like, oh, no. Go ahead, talk your shit.
He's averaging 1 fumble per game. I mean, I'm gonna talk my shit all day. I love the Baltimore Ravens. I die for my team, but I mean, nothing against the Detroit Lions, but the biggest issue for the Baltimore Ravens is the Baltimore Ravens. Our defense is overworked. Our offense is all over the place, and we can only replace so many parts before it's time to chop the head. I love John Harbaugh, but it may be time for him to go. Let's wrap the story up because every week we go out there and are we gonna win or not gonna win? And literally, you can see the drive in the last 40 seconds. Where was that the last fourth quarter? Where was that push? Where was that momentum? Where was that, let's get down the field? You already have a team that's out there decimating us, every time they get on the field. Again, nothing against the Detroit Lions, but they should not have dog walked us like that yesterday. That kicker, I understand old boy got problems, y'all. But is he cross-eyed? What's going on? Because every time he
Hey,
kick,
can we at
everybody
least
like
talk
this.
about that one kick though? The motherfuckers called that shit good. And I'm sitting there looking. I'm like, this did not look that good. I was like, that bitch went what? I'm like, hold on, y'all niggas
It was
tripping
like
on that
this.
one, but
He was like, oh.
I mean, that was a hell of a game, and it's like, to be born and raised in Baltimore, I wanted to go for the Ravens. I will always be a Ravens fan. But it was something about that game that I knew that I had to go with the Lions. It was just something about it. And even looking at the snapshots of the stadium, that stadium had a lot of Lions
100%.
fans there. A lot of people traveled from
Mhm.
Michigan to
For that
It was.
game,
Maryland
yeah.
for that game. And honestly, God, true, that was worth the ticket prices. You know what I mean? To see a whipping like that, like, it wasn't like a landslide, but it kept you on your toes. We
Exactly.
scored, they scored. We scored, they
Mhm.
scored. Stop defense. And then, we had David Montgomery with 151 yards and 2 touchdowns. You had Gibbs with 67 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns. Jared Goff basically passed for 202 yards and 1 touchdown
100%.
to
And I do, like I said,
St.
I
Brown. It was a good game.
It's what you want to see
It
in a
was
Monday
a
night
good
football
game,
game.
yeah.
The
It was
Ravens
Monday
just didn't
Night
have
Football.
Yeah, like the Ravens just didn't have
Mhm.
the defense, man.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead.
then it's not even that. The offensive line, like Lamar got sacked the
Was it
most
7?
times he got sacked in
Was
like
it 6?
how many games?
I think it was 6
He
because
got
I
sacked at
believe
least
he got
6
sacked
times in that game.
Yeah, it
Like
was 6
7,
times.
right? It was 7 or 6.
It was 7.
Either way, it was too
No,
many times.
no.
and I think
Like,
that's
to
the
be
most
The
sacked.
Lamar's
Lions
been
sacked
sacked
Lamar
in like a long
Jackson
time too.
7
7 sacks
times,
given up
and
by
that
the
was
offensive
directly
line.
from
Definitely got to
ESPN.
shape up. But this is the same thing
That's
too. When
ridiculous.
we go back and look at us playing Green Bay, that was how we were looking playing Green Bay. Our offensive line couldn't hold up. We weren't doing that great on the offense. So I think for Baltimore too, like this one really is going to be like a kick in the ass. Like, oh, we have to play better if we want to be a better team. If we want to make it to the playoffs, like we always say, we're going to make it to the playoffs. We got to play better because if we can't stop these good offenses from coming in and putting points on us, it's going to be a long day. And for the Lions too, it is a good win for us, but we got to keep getting better. There was mistakes that we made. There was penalties that we made. Terran Arnold, big dog, you're going to have to work on your coverage skills and everything like that because you are out here getting burnt like burnt toast out there when you're giving up big yards, big plays, big everything. Like you got to do something better than that on the coverage. I get it. The NFL is not a hard place. It's a hard place to play, especially you playing against the best of the best. But even still, if you want to consider yourself to be one of the best cornerbacks that's in this league and you want to do something for your offense and do something for your defense, you got to come up and show out. Even that means do extra reps. I don't know what to tell him, but he's got to get better than that what it was. And then we got to get better with the penalties because too many penalties, it just kills a drive, it kills a team.
So my question is this, and I didn't understand this, and I didn't know, because I know I was halfway asleep as this game was going on. Why did Lamar Jackson and Mark Andrews go for a 2-point conversion? It wasn't going to help them win the game. I didn't understand that.
I mean, they have to close. Yeah, and you also got to close the points because the more points you average per games, you're better your standing. So I get why they did it, but I think it was a bad decision. The team wasn't communicating. They were all over the place, and they were already on Lamar ass. Having him run the ball was not the smart thing to do.
But
And when he's frustrated, he's not paying attention to the field. He's like, I got to get it done. But you had Zay Flowers wide open, and he overthrew him. So it's like, if you're gonna go for something like that, make sure you got everybody's on the same page. And that's the problem with the Ravens. When they all get frustrated, they just all be doing just dumb shit. And it's just like you can't do dumb shit when you're trying to close a gap. You gotta stay consistent. Even the Lions, that last throw, that when they was at 4th and 1, and he wasn't throwing at all, all game. Nothing against, they was running the ball, and that's what they did. They ran and they executed. But that throw, they wasn't prepared. Like, it was like shocking for everybody because it was like, whoa, he caught the ball, and that was it. The game was over after that. It was no more conversation. I don't know why they even kept trying. Like, oh man, the Ravens make
That was
me
being a
mad
Lions fans
every
a couple
week,
years
guys.
ago, but
It's
now,
like high
like I said, we out here
cholesterol,
trying to put
my
belt to
blood
ass to people,
pressure.
but also
I
with
might
it
as well
too, like
just
you
eat
were
a can
saying,
of
they
Crisco
got to do
watching it
something
because
better. Really, with Derrick
what they
Henry
be
too,
doing.
he's got to work on the way that he tucks the ball because Derrick Henry. Because here's the thing with Derrick Henry too. Out all the years that he's been in the league, he has not had that many fumbles. He's been up secure. Like when he gets to that line, he's a big motherfucker and he's fast too, so
His
it's hard to tackle.
butterfingers.
But when you give an opportunity, a chance, shout out to Aiden Hutchinson for not giving him up on the play either. It makes it hard for anybody to go out there when you're just having the ball too loosely and you out here getting that ball knocked out. Because after he got that ball knocked out, instead of going to the sideline going, okay, what did I do wrong here? Like you said, he threw that little temper tantrum, and that didn't help anybody. You could tell on their sideline that the motivation just went down completely. They had no drive, no nothing after that play happened. They worked.
Yeah.
They was embarrassed. It was a Monday night. There was
Yeah.
everybody watching
It
it
was
nationally. They was embarrassed.
it was home.
Yep.
Like, I don't know. Maybe Derrick Henry got carpal tunnel or something in his old age because what's going on with his hands? That's the question we need to ask. We need to be asking these questions. What's going on with your hands, bro?
And that was Detroit's
Is it
first
cramping
ever
up?
road. And that was Detroit's first ever road win over Baltimore too. So it was a lot of history going on last night.
Baltimore.
I still have faith that the Super Bowl will be the Lions and the Ravens. I still have faith. But if
The
that
Lions
does
and the
come
who?
true, the Lions and the Ravens,
Oh, okay.
Hey, we ready.
Now, granted, they're gonna run it back, but if they run it back, the Ravens better be ready for them. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like,
I mean, it's a lot of teams looking good now, so that's why I'm like, oh, okay, but I got you. Oh, I hope it too. I hope for the Super Bowl every year.
I think.
And then you got to think next week for Baltimore, they got Cleveland coming. So it's like Cleveland might turn around and surprise them.
We got Cleveland as well. We got the Browns.
They are Achilles heels for some reason. Every time we go against the Bengals, it's like we go out there and we act like we playing flag
It's going to
football.
be a head scratcher because they played really good defense against Green Bay. They held them to only 10 points, which is very hard to do, especially because Green Bay does have a good offense and a good defense. And the fact that they came out, showed out when everyone thought that it was about to just be a runaway game, that the Packers is going to put belt to ass, and they end up losing by a field goal. It makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm still got faith in my boys, so we're going to come out with that dub. We just got to play better than we played this last week and this week, and then we just got to go get that dub. That's it. Detroit, baby, what's up? Oh, he was pissed.
Detroit Lions. And my father is a diehard Ravens fan. And I had to fucking text him and talk shit.
Well,
I had to text him and talk shit. And then all he could say to me is, well, you're always going to be my son. And I'm like, no, nigga, what that got to do with your team getting fucked up right now? You know what I mean?
Always
he keep telling me,
crazy.
They still got time. They got time. Nigga, it's 2 minutes left. They can't come back.
When he got sacked, that was the time over. They had time at 1 minute 50 seconds. When he got sacked, that was it. Yeah. Like I said, it's because it was a good game. Like, we can't really be mad at the Lions fan. We could only be mad at our team. It wasn't like,
I also think the refs had a parlay on the Ravens too, because there were some calls that were made out there
and stuff like that. It was a good game. But it's the Ravens. The Ravens are mad. Ravens fans are mad at the Ravens right now. So they need to get it together. First of all, that one, I know what you're talking about.
There was a lot of holding that wasn't called.
We deserved that one call because the call before they didn't call it. That one call was like a 15-yard penalty when he had like head butted it was like I don't know what they call
We
it, gut
don't?
punch or something. It was
Hold on, wait a
he
minute.
completely
Wait
just
now,
went
hold on
under
now.
him. It was
We
like, but right before that, it was holding. So I mean,
and
now you know how
here's
it feels
stories
to
how
be a
Detroit
Ravens
get
fan. We
penalties.
get
We were
calls
in a
all
I
the
can tell you
time.
exactly one
Take
time. We were
y'all
in a
win.
playoff game.
We'll
We were
see y'all
down. We
again.
were going against Dallas. There was a complete face mask that
Not more
wasn't
than the
called at
Ravens.
all.
Like,
They
come
said this
on
man had
now.
his
We
back was
come
turned to the
on
receiver just
now.
like this, hands
You
up,
hear
wasn't looking
stories
at the
about how
ball,
the
and they
Ravens get
picked up the
penalties.
flag and said, "Yep, play it on."
Yeah.
So we don't get calls either. We got
No. Mhm.
there were so many
Mhm.
calls that we don't get. So we get it. We get it.
I remember that was actually last season because that game prevented them from actually going to the next level of the playoffs to go to the Super Bowl.
All right.
Yep.
I got y'all
I
story.
remember that.
Watch another Detroit
That
game.
still
Watch how we don't
that
get
still
penalized.
don't
Every penalty that
that
happens
still
against
don't
us,
change
they're like,
that still don't
oh
change
yeah,
the
that's a
fact that
penalty
the
right there. As
Ravens
soon as the other
is
team
one
know,
of
they
the
just like,
most penalized teams. Like, come on. You can see it. That's all like I said, y'all game was fair. But typically, come on, y'all.
All I'm gonna say is they need to.
Y'all might be up there, but we are the foundation.
All I'm gonna say is I think
that's true.
and Rain alluded to this at the beginning of the
Pause.
conversation. I think maybe it's time for a new coach. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been there so long, and not saying comparing him to Bill Belichick, but Bill Belichick was in a position like that, but he was winning championships. The Ravens keep coming, like the Ravens are just like, what's the way of saying it? You know how like when you got a kid and you tease them like, here you go, and then you keep snatching it from them. That's
Yeah,
what the
like I got
Ravens
you
are.
$1. And they're like,
Yeah.
oh, almost got it.
And the
Yeah.
thing about it is, I don't care what nobody say. Like cities are cities, like Baltimore, Detroit, but Baltimore
Listen,
people really depend on the Ravens. Like when the Ravens are winning and the
pride like a
Ravens is
motherfucker for
good,
y'all right now.
Baltimore
That's
is good.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Like Baltimore puts that
But
team on his back and really supports that shit. And when stuff like that happens,
but it's the same thing for
I
Detroit too.
wouldn't be
If we
surprised if it was
win
Tim
the
Killings
game, the
last night.
city's happy.
You know
We
what I mean?
Yeah,
going crazy, especially with the Lions. No matter
it's
which team we
raining.
doing.
It's raining right now. Even God crying for us. Like on the city, it's raining right
I
now.
got
Yeah.
Yeah, like we sad over here today. Nobody got purple pride on. Nobody got their jersey on next day.
I might check y'all word on that one.
No. I'm telling you. You have to go to
Nah.
Baltimore for a year. I'm gonna
You
say
gotta
Crackers
you
and
have to
experience
go to
epidemic
this.
Baltimore
coverage.
for a year and look at
Not the
Baltimore when the
fentanyl.
Ravens are winning and when they're losing, man. Your
It's
life is
really
on the
an
line.
emotional. It's like an emotional relationship. Like we literally, when we're
Oh my god.
like for
And I'm
real.
gonna tell you something. Drug sales are up when the Ravens lose. You feel me? The fentanyl is up. Exactly. I won't be surprised if
The way the order.
niggas passed out on fucking Pendorf
Listen,
again.
how
You
them
know what
Tigers
I
looking
mean?
right now
Behind that
too.
fucking
We
loss
we
right
getting a
there,
little
man.
scary out here. We
Like
supposed to be the best team in baseball.
Baltimore
We
is a
looking like
city that
shit right now.
relies
But
on
that's a
that
different
team.
topic for a
Like
different day.
if they were ever
That's a
take
different
that
one.
team
Ooh,
from
Jesus.
Baltimore would go through a goddamn depression. Like
Yeah.
hands down. Like that's
So
all.
we can't depend on the Orioles.
The Orioles ain't won shit since '96.
Oh my god, here we go. I've been waiting on this one.
That's a different topic for a different day. You know, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna segue into
That's
the
fucking
most
crazy. Hold on.
disappointing night of
Are
our lives.
AEW pay-per-view? My nigga?
WrestlePalooza.
You at the bottom of the barrel right now. That's
So,
crazy.
AKA Saturday night main event.
The endings were trash.
I am tempted to pay $39.99 for an AEW pay per view now because it AEW pay per view because WWE. I'm not, okay. I'm not gonna shit on the card and say the card wasn't a good card. but the elements of the elements just wasn't there. Like, where was the surprises for this to be a big thing? Where was the surprises?
First of all, terrible fucking name, horrible name. But how I felt about WrestlePalooza?
The biggest thing I saw on the show was, if you look at the very opening, when Triple H was out there,
John Cena
with
meme
the
was
pyro
on like
going off and on, off
because
and on.
nothing was good about it. The only thing I say was good about it that we'll get into a little bit later was the Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch versus AJ Lee and CM Punk. And even then, that one still had me like, it was good, but it wasn't great. But I'm gonna talk about this match right here: John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Oh my fucking god! I was so irritated about this shit when this shit happened that I was ready to fucking fight somebody. I don't know if I'll have to fight God at this point because it just looked like the same shit that we had over and over again. Brock Lesnar overpowers John Cena to show his strength. Cena looks like he might come back into this one and win, and want it just for Brock Lesnar to win because Brock Lesnar is now the new Hulk Hogan. That nigga does not like to lose to John Cena when it comes to this shit. Like, this motherfucker, if he has to lose to John Cena, he is pissed, and you can tell he was pissed. Because it looked like that John Cena was supposed to win this match for his final match. He was supposed to win this motherfucker, and they flipped the script on it, and they said, yeah, Brock Lesnar's going to win because Brock Lesnar came out in my best Hulk Hogan impression. That's not going to work for me, brother. I can't get that. I can't lose against John Cena because there's no way in hell Brock Lesnar comes out beating John Cena, especially with John Cena's final tour. Like, they have been ruining this man's his farewell tour so bad that it is appalling to me. I am sick. Turn him back to heel Cena at this point. That was a best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, him ruining wrestling was the best thing so far. Oh, 100. That nigga's 42.
They say he was gonna ruin wrestling. You know, I just want to know. Brock Lesnar definitely was on the juice. You know what I mean? Like that motherfucker was swole.
First of all, look at him. Look at him, like in this one like just this picture alone. Look at this dude right here. He looked like a walking advertisement for muscle milk. Like, I don't understand. Like, he got the man bun on top of his head. He got on the, what are these, like swishy jeans? I don't know what's going on.
Listen,
like, he got on the motorcycle gloves with no motorcycle.
If I wasn't
what was going on?
If I wasn't a wrestling fan, to be completely honest, I would hit the Roman Reigns turn TV off segment at this fucking point.
1,000,000,000% with Ahmad. Like,
brutal to watch.
Why would you have John Cena final tour and him not defeat Brock Lesnar? It just didn't make any sense. Like, you took heel Cena away from us, and then you basically had him wail on him for about 30 minutes ish. Poor John Cena. Like, what is going? Like, this match was cringy to watch.
Right here.
So
they went to their first heartbreak watching Cena get his ass whooped for 30 minutes. They went through heartbreak and tribulation. They out here just like
the best part of
not Cena, anybody but Cena.
Was the goddamn kids crying. You know what I mean? That was
poor kids. The poor kids.
Yes, probably, yes.
That kid was in tears, bro. You know what I mean? I couldn't find a picture of the little black girl. You feel me? Like, they were hurt.
They were all. Like, it was so many
those
hurt
kids are
faces.
traumatized for life.
Like, that was personal.
My thing that got me. My thing that got me was I like this as a child when Hulk Hogan got his ass whooped. You know what I mean? Like, they were crying.
Yeah.
Like, they were crying, bro. Like, that shit, I have never seen no shit like that in my life. Like, I seen kids mad.
Because it was traumatized. Like, it was a cringy, it wasn't like, I get, you know, we all know wrestling is scripted, but it didn't feel that way. It felt like, it was just like, you know, this dude can beat up. It's like watching Debo beat up Craig. Like, you was like, come get up, Craig. Get up. Like,
Triple Habibi out here just waiting for money, trying to get those ratings. That's what I'm seeing right now. That's all it is Triple Habibi.
It was ridiculous. Like, y'all embarrassed John Cena. No wonder why he went to DC, because he is done with this. Like you brought his arch nemesis back, like basically, and he didn't get a chance to win. Like, what was the point of what was the point of all of this? Like, just end it. I'm done now. I'm done with the Cena tour. And I love John Cena. Like, he deserves to be bowed out correctly. And that move wasn't it.
Just scrap him at
Like,
this
that
point.
move wasn't it for me. Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe Triple
H.
He beat the shit out of him, man.
Beat up Triple H for fucking up
Like,
his
what,
the fuck
what
out
is
of
the
Triple H
1% of the
for ruining
YT
his
male
tour.
group that
That'd
we
be a great
asked for
for me.
this for?
But if I had to
Like,
actually sit down and pick him, ooh,
he
that's a
came
tough
out
one
dressed
because
like he was about to
obviously
be in
AJ would be
UFC,
is definitely a
and it's
good one. I would
WWE.
love to see him play AJ. Now, are we just talking about people that's
So,
in WWE right
Cena
now, or
has,
just
what,
all
4
together?
matches
Like we would
left,
love to
right?
see if they were to make a
So,
comeback.
what 4 people do you guys think that he should really
I would
be
say Edge would be
fighting in
another
these
one.
last 4? We
Edge
know
would be a
for a
good
fact
one.
AJ Styles is one of them that he's going to fight. Who should be the next 3
Give him one more.
to end this whole
Give him
thing
one
out?
more.
Who should be the last
Give him
person?
one more Roman.
Wow.
And yeah, one more with
Nice
Cody,
turnout.
because that Cody, I'm not gonna
Beat
lie,
up
the
Triple
Cody Cena
H.
match was honestly
That would
was
be
the
great.
best one I've seen so far on Cena tour, which is sad to say, but it was the greatest match that they've had, and it was really good because everything was what you expect. We got Super Cena, we got Super Cody out here, and it was just a great match. But man, they are just ruining my man's pride. They are ruining everything. Fuck it, bring the Undertaker
I
back.
saw
Let him fight the
a
Undertaker.
rumor about Edge. Someone was saying Edge
No, I said Roman
because he's been around,
He had storylines with him. Yeah.
Yeah. One more Cody. Just do a triple threat.
We don't want Coke. We don't want Coke Rock. That's all I gotta say. We don't want Coke Rock because that boy look like he on Coke. Come on now.
So nobody's gonna say. So nobody's gonna say
hopefully
Roman
I would
Reigns.
say The Rock, but he said Roman Reigns. I'm always say Roman. I said Cody. He said Roman.
Okay. I'm gonna say now.
I'm gonna say The Rock, but I know it's not gonna happen because they had a feud. Like there was something big between John Cena and The Rock.
You can't shrink that big
in
ass
the
head of
90s,
his.
but I don't see The Rock coming back.
Wrist again, but anyway,
it don't look like it
maybe
anymore.
Maybe The Rock is gonna be the last opponent, but the problem with that is he will have to get all the drugs again.
Don't call him Coke Rock.
You're right.
That is Oscar winning body. My man about to win an Oscar on these niggas.
I ain't gonna front. I'm trying to lose. I'm trying
to
to lose some weight. So
Oscar.
I need to holler at that nigga. You feel me? Because I'm trying to lose
you
some
need to
weight.
get his.
Just trauma.
He has the best weight loss routine. The best weight. He know how to manage all types of weight. Big head, small head, big rock, small rock.
Honestly, the best match of the game.
Rock you want to be. Yeah. The head always. That's hereditary.
Honestly,
all of them got hit the same head. Him, Roman, Jay, Jimmy.
Wait a minute, one last time for the kid. You feel me? One last time for
Yo, it just like I saw somebody say, imagine spending all that money just to watch your favorite wrestler get decimated. Like he got.
All right. So now we go to you had the mixed tag match, right? Which was basically
all the other matches. I guess they're not important.
Hey, they're not in order. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'm about to say.
So you got the couples versus the couples, right?
Oh my god!
So honestly,
hit that black.
I was excited for this match,
That's
and it got really let down. Like it was nothing entertaining about that match at all to me. You know what I mean? Like it was a whole bunch of fucking clown shit. Like they should have just doinked the clown out or some shit. Like it was just like some bullshit. Like it was just like he kept trying to tag her in, but they kept fucking with her when she couldn't get him in. They kept doing this. They kept whooping his ass.
Can we talk about when they first came out? They looked like SpongeBob from the Gooby Goo for Rock thing that got going on because of what they wear. They came out on the pedestals thinking they was better than everybody. Looking like two goofy goobers out here, and I was like,
"There you go."
I'm like, man. But I do love the fact they did have the suicide awareness outfits on it in AJ Lee with the LGBTQ on the bottom of the foot. So That was kind of cool in
it's just
itself,
like,
but like I
look at
said,
it
to
all
me,
nice. You
arguably,
know,
this
they
is
came
the
out
best
They
match
came out
in the
looking
whole
like Oz.
WrestlePalooza, which is telling you
Power
something. That's the
Rangers,
best
all
match
the
in
Oz.
WrestlePalooza. That you know your
Exactly, you feel
WrestlePalooza
me?
is not that turn.
And then apparently these Seth Rollins and them outfit meant something, and then she had on LGBTQ
In the WrestlePalooza, yes, because
feet or
WrestlePalooza
some
was
shit,
trash.
you know what I mean?
It was terrible to me. Like I didn't like any of it. Yeah, say what you want to say.
They thought they was that ish.
There you go.
Mhm. Mhm.
You lucky my fucking sound. Hold up. You lucky my soundboard is not working right now because I would fucking hit the cat button on you. You said this was the best fucking match of the night? You know what I mean? You know what?
Yeah,
I ain't
I
even gonna look at the
think
screen. I ain't even
that
gonna look at the screen no more. I'm just gonna look this way because that's some bullshit. You know what I mean? Let's see.
I think I'm thinking about the matches, throughout the rest of the night, and I can say that it was one of the best matches of the night. Only because of the fact that even though it could have been better, like for me, when I
They
see
try to do everything they
anybody
can to
over
hurt that
four
nigga's
or more people, once
spirit.
we get out no DQ rules, I should see full on mayhem. Like I should see, cheers. I should see. That's how I feel because these four have built up to so much, personal banter. Like I just wanted more from them. Like I was even hoping the Vision would come out. I wanted to get messy, but I get when you are dealing with mixed elements and women, maybe with certain things they couldn't do, but I just wanted to get a little bit more brutal.
That's crazy, calling
Especially the
Puffy.
whole thing between Seth Rollins and CM Punk.
But I can say
Again, y'all know how I
CM
feel. I obviously,
say CM Punk and AJ Lee
WWE
coming
enjoys
out
CM
with
Punk.
their
I don't
with their
know
themes
why
mixed
they
up and
keep
everything like that.
humiliating this man
That was great. I did enjoy
so
that. That
much
was
that
definitely a good
like
mashup of themes right there,
his
especially from a male
spirit
and
to make him
female
quit
standpoint.
again
Why are you
because
hating so bad?
boy,
Like,
thank God for his
please tell
wife
us why you
because
hating so
she
bad
by
on this
far
match,
was
CJ.
probably the most exciting thing in
what are you
that
hating
match.
about?
Like she gave AJ Lee gave exactly what everybody wanted from her, and her putting Seth Rollins in the Black Widow, regardless of the Punani being the face, and he kind of fingered her a little bit. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they had like a little menage a trois swingers club afterwards.
They about to call Puffy up.
It's about to get the Diddy party started. But it was definitely given it. Go ahead.
It wasn't a PLE that we were expecting. And the fact that we had commercials too pissed me off. But
I really don't like, yeah. Because what other match you thought was better? I know you're about to say Cody and oh boy.
Honestly, I wasn't impressed by any of the matches, and
Okay.
that match had me. Like I said, I was hyped. That's the reason I watched it was because of that. And I don't know. It really it was lackluster.
Yeah.
And again, like I said, the card was great in the sense of these big names and these good matches, but the action wasn't there. If that makes sense, like it just wasn't like, like she could have got thrown.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Saturday night main event.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
and
exactly
then
what it was.
yes, and the thing about WrestlePalooza, you're taking away WrestleMania from the United States, and then you had WrestlePalooza, which is supposed to be like a WrestleMania. But only thing it was like a WrestleMania in was the sense of big names.
Mm-mm.
I'm getting old now to the point where I want to see matches with stipulations. You know what I mean? I want to see people get their ass whooped. I want to see people going.
That's what I was saying.
All I gotta say is for that match, it should have been
when
all
you got
gas,
four
no breaks.
people, when you have no longer the no DQ rule, it should be all mayhem. It shouldn't just be like a regular Monday night. Like that's what I was disappointed because It's like you had the opportunity, and then you have Becky running scared. And I don't really care for Becky Lynch, the character, but she is a great wrestler. So for her to run scared for most of the match was kind of like a turnoff because we saw what she did to Lyra Vicaria. Like that
Correct.
is what the Becky I wanted. Like I wanted that Becky, but you gave us this. Oh, I got hide behind my husband Becky, and it's like what? It was embarrassing for them.
You know what's crazy? I
She
just
should have
realized when
felt
you said that
embarrassed.
they didn't even put the bird lady on the card. You feel me? Like,
Oh yeah, she can cyber start by Bailey. Bailey, I don't know what they doing with that. They just need
right,
to. That's yeah, but we're not talking about that. Sorry.
right. So then,
Yeah.
uh, so then you had the Usos versus the Bronze, right? So to me, I thought this was going to be the match that was going to steal everything. And the only thing it did for me was made me realize that Jay Uso is just not it anymore. You know what I mean? Like, first of all,
Don't you do that.
first of all, he does a little move, and then he does his girlfriend's move with the pumping of the legs. You feel me? And I'm like, oh, he shot down his girl.
Oh,
You
shit.
feel me? Like, yo's in love. You feel me? And then it's just like, this was supposed to be, to me, this should have been the main event. And I'm glad it wasn't the main event. And damn, my light went off. But it's cool. You know what I mean? But yeah, it was. Go ahead.
I will say this. I think people are tired, and I said this before, are tired of seeing the same thing over and over again. It would have been better build up if you didn't already have Jay basically fighting the Bronze every week for the last like 30 weeks. Like, that's number one. And then you put Jimmy in the dynamic, you bring him to Raw, and just to bring him to Raw to give us this hope of a tag team, but then you have Jay going through this like self turmoil, like heel turn ish, like almost like he's kind of. It's given he's about to join the Vision. That's what it's given. So I don't know exactly like what they thought this match was going to do, but it was just a hot mess. And then Jay getting self injured only made it more a hot mess. I love the Usos, and I love me some Jay Uso. I'm four letters, one word, yeet all day. But they too experienced to
All
be
right,
this sloppy at this
I'm gonna have to
point.
throw my piece
If
out
you want
when
to
it
get
comes to
pumped
this
up,
match.
if
First
you
off,
want to
shout out to
get
Jey
taken to the
Uso.
next level,
Hopefully
if
he
you want to be the
gets
champion that
better
you think you
soon.
deserve to
Whatever
be,
you want to
the
call it.
sloppiness got to
No, I
stop.
know
Y'all
he was,
supposed to be the
but
best
shout out to
tag
him
team
for
in history, and you was out
upcutting
there
himself
looking
because he
like
need to figure
first
out what's going
years,
on in his
and you
brain.
already
But
know the
this
Bonbon's going to massacre you. So again, these self hurts, the back things, pick a lane, pick a storyline, figure it out what you want to do to Usos,
gave
because I'm tired of seeing them fight the Bronze every week. It's other people in the
and gave him
locker
a
room.
big
Why
cut on
can't
his
they
forehead
fight
and
anybody
made them
else at this
switch up the
point?
whole
Like
match.
really?
So
Like,
I'm glad you said that, because remember when I said in the group chat about
hashtag
what
strong
happened
back.
to like
But if
American
we're going
Me?
into this match,
What
first of all,
happened
you
to
took
like?
me
There's
out
a
of it
lot of
when you
people
made
that just seems
LA
like they
Knight,
have them and then they
the
don't do
special guest
shit with
referee
them.
in this match because I
Like
felt like
even
okay,
with Kaiser
we got
being
this in here now. We got LA
American
Knight here,
Grande
which
or
granted
whatever.
helped
Why
out a
can't
little
they
bit
put
because they
him
were
into
able to
real
use more
matches
weapons
with
and
them
everything
and
like
shit?
that.
Like,
But
you
at the
know what I
same
mean?
time,
Versus just
this
using
whole
him
match
to
shouldn't have
run
happened. This
out and
match
do
was
dumb
just
shit for
sloppy. It was
dominance.
terrible. It
Like,
was bad to watch. Like just sitting
mhm.
back looking at it, I was
Like,
expecting the
but
Uso Penitentiary.
go ahead.
I was expecting the greatest tag team that came out that held the belt for the longest, and what I got was
He was on Monday Night
I got
Raw.
nothing great out of that match. There was nothing that I can say that I can be like, oh, this was a good part of it
hold
because
on.
nothing was good
Before you
about
say
it.
that
We
about
know
Philly,
Jay's
this
going
is
through
the
his own
scene
little
of him hitting
turmoil after
himself with
talking
the
to Roman
fucking
because he's
chair.
gonna
How the
turn
fuck
into
do you do
basically
that?
the head of the
I didn't
table. Almost
understand
seems
it.
like
I didn't
we
understand
know
how he
for a
knocked
fact
himself
that
the fuck
Jimmy
out
out there,
almost and
him
shit.
It's
being with
Like,
Jimmy,
because
the
the chair
chemistry's not there
bounced
anymore
off
because
of
they
his
haven't been in a tag
back
team in a
and
long time.
ricocheted
And you
back
put
to
him up
him.
with
It
the
was
Vision.
like,
I am so tired of watching the
like,
Vision on my TV
so
screen
yeah.
each and
hashtag
every week.
strong.
Like it's getting
So
ridiculous at this
hashtag
point. It's
strong
getting
back.
bad because why do I have to see them all the
Strong
time?
back.
Like I get it, you want to make them a great team, you want to make them a great group and everything like that. But to me, great groups, we didn't see them or have to hear about them every single week. The Bloodline,
Yeah.
yes, we know they were talked about every week, but that was only like one or two members that we seen every week. We didn't see them all come out together, stand in the ring, cut a promo for fucking 30 minutes, and then leave and not do anything with it. what made them great is we see them do sneak attacks. We see them just come out and beat people up. And if you try to make the Vision do the same thing, then you also have to run into the fact of, oh, now we got a discount bloodline going on here. I just really feel like if they're gonna make them good, let them win singles titles. Let them get the gold to put into them so they can show like, hey, we are dominant, we are great, not just as a group, but as individuals, and that's what you want them to be. But the fact that you're making them go into tag teams, the fact that you got Seth Rollins just doing whatever he wants to out here, I'm not enjoying it as much as I should be enjoying it with them, because to me, they should be like how Evolution was when they were coming out with the goal that, yeah, we can beat everybody down. We can make everything look great. But now it's kind of like, okay, they're there. Yes, we know we're going to see them every week. Yes, we know we're going to see them fight the Usos. You know, we're going to see them fight LA Knight. We're going to see them do this. Have them attack someone else, like you guys were saying. Have them fight somebody else that's not just them. Have them go against the Street Profits. Have them go against American Made. Have them go against someone else that is good that you want to bring up, but not make it the same thing every week, because now it feels like, oh, what was our last week's script? We're going to go off of that, and then we're just going to make them, oh, come out and attack LA Knight again. We're going to make them do this, do that. Like, it's getting repetitive at this point, and I'm kind of just over it.
Exactly, like Evolution. Exactly. I 100% agree. Like, they should, like, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, Evolution. Like, again, not a Seth Rollins fan, for real, to be honest. But if you're going to give him this platform, this group, the thing about Evolution is that they kind of antagonized everyone. Everyone was up for it. If you was in their way, you was up to the plate. And why do you have the Braun Bonds and, like, you have the Judgment Day who has the tag team titles? They just been chilling. Chilling with the tag team titles. How come they haven't gone after yet? If you're supposed to be the best in the industry, you're supposed to be, running shit. Why they don't have gold? Why is it just the Seth Rollins show? And you add your wife into the mix, who has the Intercontinental Championship. Why not give? Why not go after Sammy and get the Intercontinental? Why not just start making other plays so it looks like you're running stuff and not just running the bloodline? Because that's basically what we're doing, and it's like it's not entertaining anymore. The same promos, the same thing. It's not entertaining anymore. And like, not to make a correlation, but like Monday night had that 3-man tag that should have been on WrestlePalooza. That was a great match. Like, that's something that you should have had on the title card, because they gave exactly what we wanted out of a match. But you got, oh, well, Jimmy and Jay fighting now. What was the point of putting them back together if they was gonna fight? Like, what was the whole thing? And then you got Jimmy just kind of just doing just random stuff, like trying to figure his way out.
All Jimmy does
they just need to get together.
That's all Jimmy do. No E. That's
He
all
the voice of reason. Like, mm-hmm.
It's just him, Oos. You know what I mean? They want this.
And again, they too experienced to be talking like that. They need to get their promos together. They be messing up. All of them be just messing up.
All they got is 2 letters, 4 words. That's all they got, man. Like,
My man Jay always out of breath.
and then that's when Jay was busting.
And she's got a backing behind her. I would say
Right,
for this
like-
match, the only reason I
Jay
don't
was
put
fucked
this
up
one
at
that
as
moment
like
right
the,
there,
the match
you
of the
know.
night is because
you know,
we knew what
Jay's
the ending was
okay,
going to be.
you know,
It was
he's
way
back
too
on Raw,
predictable
still, he's
to know what it's going to be.
you know.
You got her going
Mhm.
against
Mhm.
Io. It's got nothing against Io.
Then you
I
had the
love
night-
Io. I think
the
Io
match
is
of
an
the
amazing
night to
wrestler
me.
and everything like that.
Now,
But when you
granted,
put
did
some,
I sit there and watch
when
the
you
whole
put
thing?
somebody
No, I
that
went to the
already has
bathroom.
held that title
You know what I
before,
mean?
that you
Because I
had
felt like it was time
lose
for me to go get my
to a
merchandise,
champion
you
before
know
that
what I mean?
vacated,
So,
we already know
I
what
had
it's going to
to,
be. We know
you
Io
know,
was
go
not
to
winning that
concessions,
title
but
again. We
and
knew
Stephanie
Io wasn't going to be
Von
the
Care versus
champion.
Io
So when
Scott.
Io went out there,
And this was
we were
just
watching this
basically
match.
a
I'm sitting
match
here. I'm
of
just like, yep.
two
I'm just waiting for
international
Stephanie
women
to come out here.
basically
She's
wrestling
going to
how
do
they
her
wrestle,
thing. They're going to
you
give
know?
an entertaining match. I'm
And
not going to say they're not
it
going
was
to
some
give an
cool
entertaining match
moves,
because they're
like, you
going to
know, when
put
she
themselves to
slammed
the
her on the
wire.
neck like
But I
that,
knew
I mean,
what
on
the
her
ending
head.
was going to be
That
to
was
this match.
amazing.
I knew
Mhm.
it was going to be Stephanie
But
winning
it
this
was
match and
just,
being world
again, it
champion.
was
We knew that was
lackluster,
going to happen. Like
in
you
my
could have said,
opinion,
went
and
back in weeks and
they could
times
at
and
least
asked
give
us like,
this
"Hey, who do
woman
you think is going to win this match?" And
they could at
everything
least
would
give
have
them
been
the
hands
closing
down.
match of the
Stephanie's
night.
going to win this
You know,
match.
if
So
you
when
do,
you
you
have
gonna
it to
let
that
this
point
woman
where
be
this is supposed
over
to
and
be
let
your
her be the
big pay per view,
champion,
this is
she
supposed to be
deserves
like your
that moment.
WrestleMania,
But
and they're so
honestly, does
predictable
Stephanie
that
Von Care,
we got people going
you
to the
know, does
bathroom
she
grabbing their
deserve it?
merchandise because we know how this
I'm
match is
still
going to
out.
end.
The
It's
jury's
a
still out on that,
problem.
in my
It is a
opinion, because I
problem
feel
that
like
they
there's
need
other
to
women on the
address. They
roster
need
that
to
are
fix.
better than her.
I get it. It's
But
hard
they're
writing
giving it to her
storylines.
because she has
Storylines
the
you can't
look,
write them
she
all. They're
has
going
the
to be perfect. They're not
ass,
all going
and
to
she
be
doesn't
5
talk
out of 5
English.
every
That's
time.
how I look at
But
it.
if we get
You
some
know,
spice out here, like why didn't Asuka come out and
Mhm.
start messing with the match? Why didn't they come out and do something to help Io out a little bit, to make it a little bit more entertaining, to make it go, oh hey, what's gonna happen? But in a championship match, and you're supposed to say you're supposed to have her back, you would think they were gonna come out and do something. And what
Amazing
we got
wrestler.
was just a standard match, just standard, and to a point where we're so used to. I think we're at two though. We've been spoiled because we're so used to WWE giving us great matches that when we get something that's standard, we kind of sit back and look and go, it is all right. I mean, it's not great, but it's not terrible. And for me, it just fell in that in between of it was there, it happened. Congratulations to Stephanie, but until she makes like a big name, she goes to a big match going to get someone that when we look at it and go, who maybe she shouldn't, she's not going to win this match, and she comes out and wins it. She's going to be champion, yes, but she's not going to be a very entertaining champion for long. And I don't see her holding the belt for long if she doesn't come out and do something that's really entertaining and really shocking to me. Don't get me wrong. I love it. I love it. The Devil's Kiss. I love the Devil's Kiss. I'm like Booker T when it comes to the Devil's Kiss. I'm in that junk going, ah. But for me, but that's the problem. And that's, but I'm a, go ahead.
because they did it all on Raw. That's why. What you mean? The ass bouncing thing ain't entertaining to you?
It's called the Devil's
Said it
Kiss.
wasn't.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yep.
Right, you know that's why she has the Triple H is giving belts to pretty women. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? That's why I was. Naomi only got it because Naomi deserved it. All the other women they get the shit because Triple H is fucking them on the back end. But that's for another day. You know.
Well, I think I was just gonna say I think that obviously we see the story change because let's be honest, if Naomi was still there, Naomi probably would have won. Her storyline wasn't done yet, but because it was so abruptly started, it stopped. We had to pivot to the next big thing, and Stephanie Vaquer is that right now. Like I
Nope.
said to you guys earlier a few weeks ago, they had to finish that storyline. They couldn't
Especially
leave
with-
Io and Rhea
Especially
as the
Especially when she
last two people to
transforms
fight
from English
Naomi
to
without
Japanese and
cleaning
sitting
it
here
up
like,
before they segued to other women. You
honey,
know, it was just
I don't get
Io
it.
was
All right.
waiting, you know, and she also made it. I get what Mom
Like
said, but
we
she did
don't
make a note that she wanted to do this match on her
we
own.
don't get it. But to
She's the
me,
type of
if they
person where she
want
doesn't really want
me
the
to believe
backing
that
unless she
Stephanie
needs it.
Valkyrie
So
is
you have
what they
this
want as a
moment coming to
champion,
where they
I
had to
need to
have
see
this
her
head
go
to
against
head,
somebody
but
that
you kind of
we
almost
have on
wanted
that
like the
pedigree
way
that we have.
Io
That's like,
and Rhea
okay,
fight
this
was,
fight is a
where it
dog
was just like
fight. I love
high
to see it. She
flying
doesn't have
on
to
the
go
edge of
against
your
Rhea. We've
seat,
seen her go
and
against
and it
Rhea.
wasn't that. It
That
was
was
just
a
a
good
really
fight.
nice
But let her
technical
go against
match. It was
another
a nice,
champion. Let her go
nice
against
women match.
Tiffany.
It
It doesn't
wasn't
have to be
bad.
them putting the
It
belts on
wasn't
the line.
great, like
But I
Amon
want to see
said,
her
but it
go
was
against
just
someone that
it
has been
was
a champion
good,
for
you
a minute,
know.
that has
And like you
put
said, we
themselves in
knew.
there,
We
or
knew
have her go
Stephanie was
against a
going to
Nia
win
Jax, where you're
because
looking
it's the
like,
only
this
thing
is
that
a
made
David versus
sense,
Goliath type
and
thing.
she's
And let's
not
see if
going
she
to
can
be a
come out and
women's
do the damn thing.
champion for
Versus,
long.
oh
You
yeah,
know,
we're gonna
that
put her
pretty face
against
is
Io
good,
Sky, where
but
we know it's gonna be a high
nothing
flying match. But
against,
I want to see her
her
going against
nationality.
somebody
But
that
if you can't
is kind of
communicate with
out
your
of her
audience
wheel
enough
space. They're
to
kind of like,
understand to
oh,
buy
I
into
don't
your
know about that
promo,
match, and I want
they're
to see
not
her
going to
win it,
keep
so
you
that
on
way
that
it
card. That's the
proves to
same
me,
thing with
hey, she
Io.
has
You
what
know,
it
she
takes to do
had
this stuff.
the
Because when she
hands,
was on
but
NXT, she was a great
people
champion.
chose
She did
mommy
good, but she fought
because
everybody. It
Rhea
didn't matter
is a
who it was. You lined
powerhouse.
them up,
You
she
know,
fought them. But
if
right
she
now, it's
walks
kind
in
of
the
like they
room,
don't want
she
her to fight
turns the
a lot of these
table.
women
So
because
that
they feel like
Yeah,
obviously
she's
we
going to
know
be
honestly,
the
exposed,
next
just like
match.
Jade got exposed for not
Go ahead.
wrestling. I'm not saying
I was
Stephanie's
say
like that
honestly,
because
I
we
get
know
what you're
Stephanie
saying
can wrestle.
because
But this
I
is what
can't
it seems
understand
like.
the word
Like seems
fucking
like they're
EO
trying to keep her
says. You
away
know
to
what I
not
mean? Like,
expose
Right?
what are you
her
You'd
talking
be
and be like,
about?
like,
oh, because her promos are good, or this is a good, this
okay,
is
and
good.
then
We don't want to
she's
put
getting
her out there.
better,
We
but then
got to
like,
put her out there because
what
if
you
we
say?
don't, then we're not going to care about her being champion. And after like 3 weeks, when she drops the title, we're going to be like, well, we
And
knew
then
that was
and
coming.
then she
So
start doing this
let
shit.
her go against somebody that can
Like
really
Naomi
push
said,
her to her
subtitles,
limits.
bitch.
It's TV time.
Mm-hmm.
I got one last thing to put out there before we switch it over. I would say we need Stephanie to have kind of what
Yeah.
Tiffany had when she went against Charlotte, where it was like a okay, now we believe her as the really being a champion. Because to me, when she went against Charlotte in those couple matches that they went against each other, from just promos to everything, at first Charlotte was dog walking her. I'm not gonna lie to you, Charlotte was out there just going crazy, especially when it came to the promos. But with that, when her getting that win over Charlotte, it was
Mm-hmm.
kind of like, oh, now we can see what Tiffany is about as a champion because she does have the
So
mic.
I guess
She
we'll
does
see
have
a
the mic.
crown
She
jewel when
does
it
have the
comes
ring
up
experience,
because
and
she
they made
is
a
gonna
good
go.
match. So that's what I
That
wanted
might
something for
happen,
Stephanie, where she needs
with the
someone like a
upcoming triple
Charlotte. I'm
threat
not saying
match.
she's got to go against
She's
Charlotte
going
Flair
to
because
go
they're
out
doing their
against
thing with the
Tiffany
tag team, but she needs
or
someone that's
Nia
kind of
or
equivalent to be like, okay,
Jade. So
now
we're
I
gonna
believe her
actually
as
maybe
champion.
be
Because
able to
right
put
now,
that
I
theory
don't.
to test very sooner than later because I like, not the I like Tiffy Tom, as a champion. I think at first I didn't expect her to be a good champion, but she's actually she's actually doing pretty great. Like she's doing pretty great as a champ, and she looked good. I'm not gonna
I
lie.
feel
When
uncomfortable.
she was at NXT with the outfit, on, I was like, girl, don't take Cabana what? But I would love to see that match against her and Stephanie Valkyria because I think that will be a good match for both of them. Tiffany needed that solidification. Hopefully they'll get over her fighting all
Listen,
Jade
I feel
forever. And
uncomfortable
then
just
I think Stephanie,
watching
like you
this.
said, needs that stamp. We need her to be that everybody champion. Like she needs to kind of get a taste of everybody so we can see a women's champion that's not focused on the same storyline over and over
She had
again.
PTSD. That's
Like,
all it was. She thought she was gonna get put
yeah,
in another
so
cross or something like that.
definitely
She wasn't
understand.
feeling it. Screaming up there. No, we wasn't feeling it. Honestly, I'm gonna say shout out to Stephanie for becoming in the Hall of Fame. Ooh, God, that was a terrible picture to pull up of it right there. But very terribly. Shout out to Stephanie McMahon for getting in there. But man, this to me,
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable watching this part. It was just bad.
Gotcha. Okay. So now the next thing was you had Stephanie McMahon being pulled
Can
up
I just
on by
say?
Undertaker. Go
Can
ahead.
I say this was
Go
the
ahead.
most scripted moment in television history? She
You
was
said
not
scripted?
surprised at all. She was not surprised.
I
She
think
I
she
don't care what
was.
nobody said. Look at I guess you had the video. Did you see her face? That face was not a face of surprise.
What? But she went like this?
She was like she looked like it was not like she didn't have like a oh my god, like she didn't even shed a little tear. No, she was just looking like she ain't want him next to her like he stank or something. Like
Right. No, no, she thought she was gonna get put on the cross and get in a black outfit. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's a
she
terrible picture
aged
of her.
very terrible. And you know, she's,
Terrible. Not
and,
surprised at all.
but, but my
Even Triple
issue
H with his
is,
fake one tear.
just with this is, how do you put Stephanie in, and y'all know where I'm about to go with this, but you
Don't you
can't
start.
put Vince in. You can't put
Because
Vince in?
Vince should have been in the years ago. He should have put himself in when he had the chance. He is canceled, Carlisle. That is what. See, even the Lord above knows he is canceled. He's not getting put in anybody's Hall of Fame anytime soon. Just let it go. Let it go.
But, but Vince needs to be in the Hall of Fame that he created. Look, his daddy in there,
Mm-mm.
his daughter, his son-in-law.
Mhm.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
not even gonna get
And
anything on that
Feel like a
Vince.
shit,
personal
I'm not gonna get
problem.
anything on that Vince comment because we all know
like,
what Vince did. But anyways, let's go to
is
the
Linda
next thing
McMahon ever
because
gonna get in the
just
Hall of
talking
Fame
about that's
now?
gonna
You
give
know
me
what
a
I mean?
headache.
Because of Vince.
She don't need to be
You
in
know,
that either.
this shit is terrible, man.
Carl. He should have put himself in there. He had ample time to put himself in his own Hall of Fame.
The nigga
I'm
had
sorry
30
that he
years.
didn't exactly. So I'm
E, go ahead.
sorry
I'm gonna let you
that
start
he
this one
didn't
off
think
because I got
about
so
that.
many
Not
things to
saying
say
he
about
doesn't
this.
deserve
But
it, but considering the type of
I'm gonna let her start it off
industry he
when it comes to
ran, I think that is
this
safe to say
garbage.
that he may not be there. I think Stephanie McMahon definitely deserved this. You know, she took a failing.
Oh, all right.
I
I
mean,
guess
I
I'm
know
gonna step
everybody
up to the
love to
plate when
say
it comes
Triple
to
H,
this
he's
garbage.
the
Because
face, but let's
man,
be
oh my
real.
God,
The
was this
McMahon is the
garbage?
runner, right? So she took
Garbage.
a
Cody
failing
Rhodes did
company
not
after
look
her
like the Cody Rhodes
father's
that we were used to seeing
public
out there. I don't know if
demise
it's spending time with that
and
movie, it made
made
him rusty
moves,
in the ring
money
and everything
moves,
like that. But he looked
deals,
loopy. He looked
streaming
confused.
rights,
He
all
like
these
he didn't know
things,
where
and
his
look to
spots
where
were at. Shout
WWE.
out to
You
Drew
could
because I
not have
like
told us
Drew
20
really
years ago
carried
that
this
WWE
match,
would
and
be
that
as
is saying
massive as it is
something when
now,
it comes to
and
Drew
it is
McIntyre.
because of
I've
that
never been a
woman.
biggest
And
fan
she
of
took
him,
the
but
women
definitely
industry
he
and made
carried
it
this match because
even
Cody
better.
did not
She
look
took
like Cody.
away
He
the
did not
sex,
look like the Cody that
the
was
sell,
feuding
and made
with
it so
Roman
where they are
Reigns, that feuded
athletes
with
and
John Cena, that
respected.
feuded with Brock
And
Lesnar,
I
that
can't
made us
wait to see where
believe
her
in the
journey takes
Cody
her. Her
Rhodes
career
show.
is
This
just getting
Cody looked
better
like he
and
was
better,
just there to
and
collect a
she deserves
paycheck,
it.
and that was about it.
And
Hopefully
This
she should
Cody
have
was
gotten
hopefully
it
she
for
not
her
go
that
ahead.
husband,
great.
in
I
my
did not
opinion.
enjoy any
But
part about this match. And the
they had to
fact
do what they
that
had to
they were
do.
about to stop Drew
So
McIntyre from
Hopefully
kicking
she gets
Cody's
some
head off, I
Botox.
wish they kind of would have let him kick his head
She's
off at
looking
this
a little
point
bit
because
rough.
it was just
You
bad.
know what I
Like
mean?
none part of this match was
But you,
salvable to me. And like I said,
it,
shout out to Drew McIntyre for carrying it because I really feel like he did carry
so
this match with a lot of things. But man, Cody did not look like Cody. Cody needs to get back in there, work on his spots and everything because at a certain point when he went to go hit that Cody cutter and he missed that rope.
all
And
right,
I thought
so
he was
we
about to
had
die in the ring. I'm like, my
Owen
God,
Cody
who is this
Rhodes
man in this ring? Because this
against
does
Drew
not look like the
McIntyre.
Cody Rhodes that I'm used to watching. That
Y'all can start
it
this
was
one.
garbage,
I'm
straight
gonna get to the slide that
garbage.
shows my opinion of how I felt about it. Y'all can go ahead first. Go ahead. Yeah, you good? We hear you. Uh, go ahead.
Yeah, They cleared out. They cleared.
Go ahead and Rain. You can go ahead with that one.
Sorry, I was so disappointed in the match that I lost connection. I just I was unimpressed. I am not a fan of Cody Rhodes, the champion. I think that this whole quarterback America Dream thing is done. I know he had took a little time out, for Street Fighter, whatever case may be, but he should have came back ready. Like this match just wasn't it. Like I feel like Drew should have won, so we could have finally got Homelander Cody, and I'm just over it. Like it wasn't for it to be the main event. It just wasn't like a good match.
He
Like
didn't look like Raheem this time.
him putting his head through that
That was
announcement
Cody
table was a
Christopher
better
Rhodes.
scene than that whole match. Like, if I got my head knocked through, I'm coming out for blood. Like, Cody should have went off on him, and he did not do that. Like, he just looked sloppy, and maybe he needs some more time, in the ring and not on the screen. But I'm done with Cody Rhodes. Somebody else need to get the championship because I ain't feeling no more. WWE. Sorry.
So it's funny that you say that. What's the last part you said? Nobody's feeling it, right?
Yeah.
So this is how I feel about it. I feel like everybody left Gorilla at that point. You know what I mean? By the time that match happened, I felt like everybody was gone. You know what I mean? They cleared out. Because that match was so bullshit, man. You know what I mean? And I was like, who the fuck is running this shit at this moment? Like, that's what I said. I said, let me hit my sources to see what's going on. And my sources me back this picture right here. That everybody was gone. You feel me? Everybody was fucking gone from the Gorilla. You know what I mean? Like, Cody was better chasing the championship versus him being the actual champion.
Yes.
The babyface chasing the bad guy for the belt was a better storyline than him actually being a champion. He wants to be John Cena. They put him on a pedestal to be John Cena. But he just ain't John Cena. He's not Hulk Hogan. He's not Shawn Michaels. He's not any of the niggas in NWO. Cody is just a nigga from Georgia. You know what I mean?
For me, this, and I'm going to take it back a little bit. This basically ruins and tarnishes the reason of him winning that championship at WrestleMania a little bit to me. Like, ever since, I feel like, since he stopped doing his stuff with Roman, having to chase Roman for that title, having to be like, hey, I need to be the best and I need to beat him. To me, once he got that title, it just kind of went downhill from there. It kind of went exactly no one in the Gorilla, no one be in there because it is all types of bad. I'm so how to see it, Cody. And the Cody crybabies are gonna be mad when I say this, but he is not a good champion. He is not. I don't care.
That's what it is. I think this is a WWE mistake.
Right now, like Cody.
Fuck
it, give it to Dominic. He's got 2 belts already.
And it wound up being Saturday Night Main Event.
Dominic Mysterio should not be more exciting than the face of the WWE Cody Rhodes. Like this is a problem that I'm having right now.
Naomi got pregnant. They had to pivot with the Brock Lesnar and
I think he's
John Cena line. They had to pivot with the Jey Uso line. I just think they just wasn't prepared for what could not have happened. And that's what it was. Like they didn't really build this matchup well.
That you pushed him so much for us to beat. That you pushed him against John Cena. That you pushed him against Roman Reigns. That you pushed him against all these guys. That
he's the
could look at and have a better run than him as a champion. And this is what we're getting. For him to get some help. They really need some help, and Cody really needs to get better because if I gotta watch another Cody Rhodes match where it is just so boring, I am pulling another turn my TV off and going to bed because that's what that felt like. I felt like I could have taken a nap in that match, woke up and been like, hey, it is what it is, and knew what the outcome was going to be.
I gotta be the best. I gotta do this. Like we want that Cody, but once he gets the champion,
built up to him being this champion, to him being this great guy that's supposed to be chasing everything, that's supposed to do it the American way, the American dream way, and to me, it ruins Roman's 1,000-day as champion because this is what we got afterwards. We got this crap. Like, this is just bad. Give it back to Cena. Let him be a heel again. I don't know what to say.
Exactly.
That's a fact.
Surprise, surprise. It's like missionary over and over and over. We're over it at this point. Stop it. Let's just get something new. Spice it up. Jesus. It's over and over. At this point, because
Giving back
WWE
to
is not
Cena,
doing it for
they
anybody.
took it
And
away
it's
from
so
him too
sad to
soon,
say, too,
and I think that was
because,
the problem. They should have let
again,
Cena
I've been on
ran
my
the
high
hill
horse
until
about
the
this
end
for a
of his
long
tour,
time, but
and then have
because of
Cody take the and
TKO,
that would have been
we're
a better
getting
build up.
crap
He would have
after
a chance to
crap
do his
after crap
movie.
after
It
crap.
wouldn't seem
Once
all over the
TKO
place.
decided they want to put the money
And
into this company, it
I'm
was bad. Let's go
tired of
back to the days
this.
before TKO when the storylines
Look
were
at this. He
great
looks like
and
a
everything was going good.
American
Because
Pop Tart. What's going on
before
with these
that,
tracks?
we were
Like,
loving
come
it.
on, it's
Wrestling
time
was
to
back.
change
It
up
was
the
back in
flow.
its thing.
I like
TKO
him in
came and
that suit
did
on
what they
Mondays
wanted to
because
do
I
because they
felt
got to
like
make
that's
their
what a
money out of it.
champion
And
boss
it is
supposed to look
this is
like.
terrible.
But
I'm
they
over
should have put Cody and Drew match in the beginning, and they should have had John Cena and Brock match in because I'd much rather have watch John Cena get wailed on at the end of the match for 30 minutes than watching Cody do whatever he was doing. Like that would have been a good way to interrupt. That would have been at least jaw dropping, devastating. The end of main event. It was just like, oh well, Cody won again. Yay! Like surprise. Like it's like having a kid, forcing the kid to eat broccoli because you're saying it's good for him. That kid don't want that broccoli. We don't want the broccoli, Paul. We don't want the broccoli, Triple H. Moving on. Like, look it up. Please.
good. This is terrible.
No
This
equivalent
is not
Triple
fun to
H booking
watch.
to match missionary. Ain't that some shit? It's, I'm getting to a point that I don't even want to watch it anymore. Like again, I might be an AEW fan. I'm about to call AEW and ask for a T-shirt. I can wear on the podcast. Like
And
can I do remote interviews
I'm
with
glad
the
you actually
wrestlers
brought
of
up other
AEW?
tag teams.
You know what I mean?
I'm gonna just
Like,
cut you off for a second.
gotta
here.
take the YouTube channel.
Why are we not
You know
seeing
what I
a
mean?
women's tag team match at a WrestlePalooza? Like, what is going on with that? So we had Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss win those titles, and now they don't defend them anymore. Like, what is going on? I'm not seeing any tag team matches like we're supposed to see.
Honestly, I don't even blame TKO. I'm not. What I think it is the years of Vince just doing what the fuck he wanted to do that was not PG. He didn't care what the hell was happening because he was a billionaire. Are over now because TKO wants to get their money back. They invested into this company. They have to have sponsors, and they have to do these deals, and they have to go to Saudi Arabia 3 times a year, maybe 4 times now. They have to do it in order to get that return on investment. I guarantee you, as I'm talking right now, which is in 2020, what year is this? 2025, September 2025. I guarantee you by September of 2027, they will no longer own WWE. It will be sold to somebody else. They got their money and they got the fuck out. That's what I think is going to happen. Like it's just you got Jimmy and Jay. I'm over here on my other screen. I'm looking at
That's actually a great point. Like that we're not seeing a lot of crossovers in with the main roster and everything like that. The last time we seen a crossover with TNA and the main roster was literally WrestleMania when you had Joe Hendry going against Randy Orton. I think that's the last time I seen TNA and them doing a crossover. But every time The first and only, exactly. But every week we are seeing a crossover with NXT and TNA, and the ratings are better. Shout out to Shawn Michaels. He's doing his thing with them because he knows what he's doing. Like, if we being honest, Shawn Michaels knows what he's doing when it comes to these wrestlers. He's not using the same thing. Yes, he might be using his champions a little bit more and more, which is fine because that's what people came to see. But he's still making the matches exciting. Everything is working with that crossover. But then we look at the main roster, we're like, oh yeah, we get to see Seth Rollins in the Vision again for another week. We get to see the Usos again on here. We get to see Cody Rhodes stand in the ring, throw a promo for like 10 minutes, and then he goes out with his suit, and all we get is whoa the whole time. Like, it's boring. Like, it's getting bad.
But they fought the night before. Every single time. Why at 6? Them niggas gotta go.
What's up?
You know what I mean? I don't.
I'm over that.
The first episode. After they murdered the people in the first episode coming in, that was a fire.
I would have cried.
After that,
I would have cried. That would have been cinema right there.
Like, what CM Punk do when he be like this? I'm that right now because they're whack. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And I think
we know it.
Then you have talent now. Then you have talent. Why is it people not cross? You know what I'm saying? Like TNA and NXT cross each other, but nobody's crossing the main roster. If anybody ever noticed that, like. That was the first and only.
Alexa.
So let me tell you a match that they could have did for WrestlePalooza that would have knocked everybody's socks off. Right? You ready? Jimmy and Jay
not doing a thing
versus the Hardy Boys. They're in TNA. You have the rights to TNA people. Why not pull them for that? That'd have been the greatest tag team against the greatest tag team. Like,
I don't know why you think that was going to happen. That was not going to happen. First of all, Jimmy and Jay back ain't built like that at all. Not built for that at all. And the Hardy Boys, you just want these old people to get hurt. But I get it. You know, I do agree that would have been a great match. I don't know about at WrestlePalooza, but I would definitely pay to see it. But just to go back to what you're saying, haven't they been doing the crossover for the last week for NXT Homecoming? Like, hasn't that been the old stick? Because we've seen Triple H go against Shawn Michaels, and we've been seeing, the women's division and Carmelo and The Miz show up. So, I don't know what they're doing there, but it does look like,
which is like, oh my god, yeah, because we all want to see Rusev go against Dominic Mysterio. Like, that's
a little bit better.
That's a big thing that
like I said, they just need
want to see
all
that Rusev go against somebody.
I think, and like SmackDown has been consistently great over the last couple of weeks. Like SmackDown has shown different, like we had, like you said, they had the women's tag team match the night on that Friday before WrestlePalooza because Charlotte and what's her name? I can't remember her name, but Alexa, they went against someone, they had that, that double pin or whatever case may be. So, it's just like we need to see all of WWE for it to be better. The main focus on the powerhouses, nothing against the powerhouses, but they're just so, like Judgment Day. Like the thing about Judgment Day that makes me so mad is that they literally have 4 championships. They used to have 6 championships, 2 women's tag, 2 like, and they just be chilling in the locker room, just be chilling like
No,
not doing a
clubhouse,
thing,
locker room.
like in the clubhouse. Like, you know, you got Dom who's stepping out, he's crossing over the Triple A like that, but it's just like, why aren't they on the title card? Why aren't they on WrestlePalooza? Why aren't we seeing championships being up for grabs? Why are we just seeing these satisfactory, you know, oh, let's get views this week matches, and it's just not working no more.
I think my issue is the people that are champions keep. If you ever notice, these champions keep tagging up with other people. It's like they never fight for their belt. You get what I'm saying? Like Dominic, I forgot, is the Intercontinental Champion, but you always see him with Judgment Day as a tag team. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why give them the belts if they're going to just be with somebody else the whole time? Defend your goddamn belt.
Your money's gonna be gone.
Like, defend your goddamn belt. Like, I don't
be
understand. You know what this. Right. You know, I'm gonna break a story right now, live on the podcast. All right, I am going to invest in a fucking wrestling league. It says I could book better matches with independent people versus fucking Triple H. I'm gonna book a fucking if Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan, RIP, can do it. You know what I mean? Why the fuck can't I? You know what I mean? Like. You know, and I take partners on this. You know what I mean? If everybody want in, we do like Shark Tank. You know what I mean? I sell equity to y'all.
Not Shark Tank. The CJ, Zone 18 Wrestling Administration.
The Zone 18 Championship. You feel me? Like, matter of fact, I'm gonna reach out to some people about this because I just feel like
if you don't want your kids to cry like that kid did, we saw John Cena come to the Zone 18 Wrestling.
We got everything people about this.
I'm gonna reach out to some people about this. You know what I mean? And just know this September,
you want an exciting match coming to Zone 18. You want to cry, go to WWE.
You know what I mean? It ain't gonna be tomorrow. It ain't gonna be the day. But it's gonna be one day.
Oh shit!
I am gonna be the head booker of a freaking wrestling company and show niggas how the fuck to do this.
Wait,
shit.
Can we talk about one thing though? Because
like
that came up on Monday that I really like.
Dreams are meant to be dreamed, brother.
I feel so bad for Io Sky.
Okay, keep dreaming.
If any of you guys watched the Monday Night Raw that happened and everything like that, I feel so bad for Io because she really did put her trust and belief into the Kabuki Warriors, and she got done so dirty. Rhea was over there with the green mist all over. I love her acting now. She was misted out from the top to bottom. They had her in green. I thought she was a part of DX for a second. She was greened up out there. But Io got done.
Y'all don't think
if you've seen the video that happened afterwards, Io actually had real tears going out there because she believed in those women and trusted those women. And they did her so dirty.
You know what I mean? You know what? I ain't gonna have y'all in this head writers no more. You know what I mean? Because y'all ain't got no faith in your boy. You feel me? Like, you're not gonna have no faith in your boy. Like,
they did.
Like what my man said back in the day, he was like, if you want to be a star, you know what I mean, and you don't want Triple H fuck up your booking, you know what I mean, come to Zone 18 Wrestling. You feel me? I'm just gonna say that. Like,
this is the official sponsor.
Oscar.
Right, you know what I mean? A matter of fact, let me call my people at Ice Mountain, you know what I mean, and get that sponsorship, you know what I mean? Because
Kabuki Warriors versus Rhea and Io.
Man. Like it got to change, man.
Tell them no one would disappoint you like this. Come to Zone 18 Wrestling.
We all do.
Let's go back. You know what I mean? Ice Mountain, holla at me for this new promotion. Holla at me.
It really should have. Honestly,
I know my number. You know what I mean?
The sad part about it is too. Once that happened, and I seen Io get betrayed, I actually kind of hurt a little bit for Io because I'm like, man, you put and I get where Io was coming from with the two. She's been with these women since the beginning, since the NXT days. She literally looked at them as family. So for them to just do her as dirty as they did her, for them just to beat her down the way they beat her down, that was better storytelling than the whole WrestlePalooza altogether, which is saying something.
I'm gonna wrap it up. This is the Zone 18 podcast. Again, this is your boy C. Go ahead. Let me talk to you.
And wait, we still might put that one out there.
Oh yeah.
Her family beat her ass. Hashtag scissor.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that was the video I was addressing earlier,
Mm-hmm.
where she couldn't, like, I couldn't understand what the fuck she was saying. They had subtitles. You know what I mean? Like,
But they
Like,
build
Penta
that up
killed that
well. They
boy.
build that up well. Like that's what
Penta
I wanted
had.
to see. That build up was great
I
because
thought
even though Rhea was
I'm
telling her, like, we seen the build up, we know
the
the
whole
betrayal was
time when I
coming,
seen that
to see her
ambulance
have that
get destroyed,
emotional
I just kept
impact.
hearing the song. I
Like,
got murder
and she
on my
literally was icing Rhea out all this time. Like that was a great
yeah,
build up.
boy.
That
Yellow
match
tape
was great
around his
between
body.
Rhea and what's her name, Akasa. Like it was just a great build, Oscar. It was just a great build up. Like, and I know we're gonna probably get a tag team match. Obviously maybe
Oh
next
God.
Monday. We gotta get Rhea and Io versus
nope,
yeah,
nope, nope, nope,
yeah.
nope, nope.
Nope,
Let's
you
go
don't
on
think so?
Crown Jewel.
I thought we was
All right,
getting
I
an Owen
forgot. I
Hart
keep forgetting
singing there
about
come from
Crown
saying
Jewel
this is
coming up.
crazy.
But
That
yeah,
boy
so
Grayson was just
yeah. Wow, that was like that one was like Monday Night Raw should have been WrestlePalooza. Like, and that's
they killed
like
Grayson Waller. We is not going to see Grayson for another 3 weeks, or if he gonna have a neck cast. They have to scrape him off the mat. Scrape him off the mat. Just like Austin Theory was. The New Day about to get that boy killed.
Niggas get beat up every day, B. You know, man.
I thought they were gonna have Ia and Rhea have a relationship the way they be holding each other arm every time they be having their moments. Like
Oh, speaking of fires.
she'd be like, Rhea,
Speaking of fires, I don't know if
you
your
do
sources
not
told you, but Andrade, I think that boy's getting
go
taken
against
off
my
the
family.
out of WWE. I think he about to be gone because
It
I
might be the
heard for a
first
fact
Japanese,
that
Japanese
Andrade was
TV
not answering the
relationship.
phone for them for
Like
weeks on
I
end
thought,
on
because they
weeks,
would
and
be
I'm like,
having
that
like
is
these
crazy
moments. You be
because
like,
someone said
like
people
they
killed
wasn't being
themselves to try to
like
get into WWE, and you're not
anymore. Like
answering
they
the
gonna
phone calls
fire
from your
everyone.
bosses, the
Caesar,
ones
what's
that are
happening?
signing
I'm
your paychecks
confused.
because you want to
Like
be
what's
out of
going
there.
on?
Just ask to be
Like,
released at that point. Then
I'm just trying to figure it out.
Scissors.
Like anything. The only other thing I want to say about Raw is somebody check in on Grayson. What's his name? My man Neck. My man Neck. Penta. I thought Penta really killed him. Like
but
even
the
the ref
thing with
had to keep.
Andrade was they were using him as a
No,
talent. Yes, I know they were using him with Dragon Lee and everything like that, but they still were using him. It was Dragon Lee or another luchador they were using him with, but they were using him, and he did have exciting matches. Sorry, yes, Ray Phoenix. My apologies. But they were using him as a talent. It wasn't like they weren't
oh
using
my
him week
god! I
after
was
week. They were
like,
definitely
these
using him, but
I
it's to a
love the
point where he
luchadors,
just
but they need to
decided to go,
do some
yeah, I don't
safeguards
want to
because
be here
sometimes
anymore. I don't
their
want to be in
moves be
WWE. I
reckless,
don't want to have a
and
job at this place. What he's telling
that
us
boy Neck
because
was
he was
in
just like,
trouble.
I
Like
don't want to be
I
here.
really thought they was about to be like, "Beep, we had to turn off the broadcast." I knew he was dead. Like I had to, and luckily when they repeated, I was like, okay, it wasn't that bad. But that first time, I was like, that nigga dead.
Left one foot dead, left one foot dead.
No more leather pants for him.
Leave my
All
man
right.
alone.
That boy,
Honestly, I think Grayson Waller is a waste of talent. You know what I mean? Like they could do something with him, man.
yeah, they keep putting him in pleather with the New Day. I don't know what's going on there, but that's
Honestly, the New Day need to get fired.
yeah, because
The New Day
Kofi
need to
had
get
messed
fired.
up a move that match too. I don't know what was going on, but they like Penta and the War Dogs made that match, so that was a great match.
Yeah, he's gone already.
Yeah.
Everything was going great. Yes, he said Mexican League with with those people having them jobs, like, come on, God. I'm in the Tropic Thunder, but like, what do you mean those people?
But you gotta think about it. No, you can't ask to be released though, because you gotta think he asked that the first time around.
Like, you
He
didn't
got
think
it.
yourself in
Even
those people,
AEW
guys.
did the
Like,
same
come on.
thing. He had to get fired. You know what I mean? But my thing is this: why didn't they just put him in AAA?
Oh,
Like they need to put. They have so much talent. They need to find where niggas fit, and that's what
Yeah.
they're not doing. You know what I mean? Like they're not doing that. Like
he about to get death threats, about to be in Spanish. He be like, subtitles, please. I don't know what's
Ray
going on.
Phoenix.
Oh my God. Oh,
Well, this is the thing. Them
hashtag
Mexicans,
those
though.
people.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say Mexicans. The people of
Oh.
Mexican descent,
That's what they
they
are.
always have jobs. They, I don't want to get canceled.
Oh
You know
my
what I mean?
Mexican is not a racial slur.
So what do you want to talk about?
Like, they're not African Americans. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call them that.
Bruh. I didn't think I want to get canceled. You know what I mean? You know, the zone 18 podcast can't get canceled because of me.
It is
You know
CJ.
what I mean?
Hilarious.
Next week we're gonna
They're
have
from
CJ versus
Mexico.
the Mexicans in a casket match. So the way he digging
What?
this shit right now is crazy.
Those people always gonna have a job. You know what I mean? Like they go somewhere, they always have a job. They some hard workers. You know what I mean? They do what they do. You know what I mean?
You need to fix that up. Yeah, you made it worse, dude.
We gotta do these extras. Yeah, it's like Ebony said. Like
I'm
Rain said,
just
that seems to be our show
saying,
for Zone
man.
18. Catch out her podcast.
Oh
Give us
my
the name of your
God.
podcast because we got the wrong one out
If
here.
anybody has an issue with what I said, please reach
We're
out
gonna
to
get
Rainy
canceled
Days.
now.
You know,
Oh
like I
my
said,
God.
if
It's the
anybody
fact
has,
that you
if,
it's the fact that you auto-correct yourself for Mexicans, but not the rest of Oh
I'm
Lord.
just,
That's like
all
how
my Mexican
Andrade
people,
felt.
please don't hurt
That's
me.
Oh man, Jesus. Yeah, drink that
I
ice
love.
mountain water. You need
Zone
that.
18 podcast. We love you. We love Mexican people. We love. I promise you, we are here for Beyond Mexico.
Just sit right out
And
there
everything
sound
like
like
that.
the
Oh my
president.
God.
I love Hispanic people.
Oh my God.
I love people. I love people of all cultures, races, and I support DEI. You know what I mean? So I just want everybody
Crying
to know
real
that I hear you,
tears.
bro.
Oh my God. Like, those
No,
people.
no.
Nope,
We're
nope, nope,
not
nope,
talking
nope.
about.
Nope.
Nope.
Let's not
You know
talk
what I mean?
about. Let's not talk about those people.
Yo, now y'all got me scared to eat a taco. You feel me? But
Oh my God. You're
it is what
getting
it is.
worse. You are digging this hole. I just want to let you know. The shovel is just. You ain't even in this.
You know what?
What the Penta say? Uno. Ugh.
You know what? Let y'all go ahead and talk that. I'm just gonna mute myself and rest.
Well, that seems to be our show this week. On Zone 18. I identify as the level podcast. Level Podcast. Make sure you catch us live Thursdays, the Level Sports Net at 6:30 p.m. on YouTube, and Sundays 11:30 a.m. for the main level. Thank you guys for having me. I'm so happy to be around these people. So those people. Shout out to Ice Mountain for the best drink around. And if you are Mexican, we love you over the level.